have the blue, the red. The red will also have part of the blue and the yellow, like that. So with every person that you sleep with, you are carrying a piece of them somewhere else. Like those are so you're dating and you've been wondering, should I wait? Everyone is doing it. What's the fuss? We're going to share our story on waiting before marriage, and you will decide whether it's worth it or not.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Daisy, and welcome to this video.
Like, share, subscribe while you watch.
Yeah. And share with a friend.
Yeah.
Okay. So babe, I've shared my story before, my side of the story before.
What side? I didn't hear it.
On Lisa's channel, I shared my side of the story before. If you're here and haven't watched that video, go to Lisa Kusima's YouTube channel and watch my video with her on my story on waiting. Today we want to mainly hear from my husband. So when did we start dating? How long were we dating, and how long did we wait?
How long did we wait? That's a good question. We waited until the wedding night.
But how long had we been dating?
From I think 2013 or about, so
November.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got married December 2016, so that means we've been waiting for about 3 years.
What a long wait. But yeah. Yeah.
Let me ask first, babe. Why did you decide to wait?
Did I decide to wait? Oh, I had no choice.
We So why did you decide to stick with my choice?
One, I think because I had so many people I was accountable to. Some of them being my mentors, my parents, and I really didn't want to screw that up. So I might have waited by force, but it probably was worth it, because definitely, if those people weren't there, or if they hadn't even told me anything about waiting, I wouldn't have waited. I don't think I was up for it.
So having people that hold you accountable, and also knowing your why, because when you know your why, it's what is going to keep you on track when the going gets hard, when you know your why. And because we know that this honors God, like sex is something that happens not just with your body, but there's a lot of emotional and spiritual ties to it, and you don't want to be tied to every Tom, Dick and Harry.
Yeah, and also the fact that I honored your parents, and the fact that I honored you also played a very important, let me say, contributed a lot to this. Like, who would want to, I didn't want you to have that reputation of, anyway, hot campus babes can't wait, they're always loose or something. Because for us, we met at university, so those hot campus girls can't wait, or all of them are taken, or none of them are virgins or things like that. So I honored you. I still do, but then I was like, I honor her, and I wouldn't want to mess up her life just because I can't wait. Yeah, and of course in my head I was like, if it doesn't work out, then I won't have the
baggage.
Yeah, the baggage of saying, at least this happened. Yeah.
So people usually say that it's hard for men to wait.
Yes.
How did you get through 3 years?
I almost said I didn't, but it's really just making sure you're in the wrong place at the right time, or the right place at the right time. What do I mean? You really don't want to be in my house or in my room at 11 p.m. and you have no transport, you have no car, and the only option you have is to stay until maybe like 6 a.m. when maybe there's like public transport where you can go to.
Now that's putting yourselves in compromising situations. If you really want to wait and stay the course, avoid compromising situations.
Yes, and also I would try to make sure I let somebody know where I am at what time.
Accountability partners.
Yeah, like hey dad, or hey mom, I'm here, I'm with Daisy, and I'll be back home by this time. So they're like, okay, be safe, or no, you need to be back home soon, or something. So then, unless you really like, it would you would have that pressure.
You'd have a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah. So
okay, and then now that we waited and thank God we got married, what things do you see that we learned during the waiting phase that are helping us in marriage?
I want you to answer that one first, actually. Yeah.
I feel like the waiting phase exercises that self-control muscle. Like it's easier for you to be more self-controlled after you are married because you have actually waited. Like you have done without this for this period of time, even as much as you're in a romantic relationship with somebody, but the fact that you can say no, like deny yourself, it will be easier for you to say no to every other thing that comes in to tempt you while you're married.
Even when your husband probably has starved you for some months.
Yeah.
It's easy to say.
It's easy to say, but
Yeah.
like that's an unimaginable situation because
It happens actually because
it happens in marriages.
there are people who are struggling because they're wondering, why can't I get some? And what's happening? What can I do? I've done everything. I've bought the flowers. I've bought the what? But man,
I think one thing I can say to that is that while you are waiting, don't demonize sex in your mind, because I feel like it's something that happens to so many of us. Like you're told from when you're a child, sex is bad. Not allowed. So now you get married, say at 23, 24,
35.
and then 35, and then you have to undo the work that has been done for 20 plus years. So sex is not bad. It's just needs to be done in the right context. I think for those because even as we went through that, for those situations, it's a mind thing. Your mind is trying to undo the work that has been done for so many years, and it's an uphill task.
Let me ask you this question. Are there moments where while we're dating you were like, why am I waiting? Like I'm really, why? What's all this? Like we need to do this.
No.
Really?
No, because babe, I'm a coward. I'm a coward. Like if I do something wrong, you will tell from my face. I won't be able to hide it. I was afraid to get pregnant. I just felt like it would be seen on my forehead. Like I was a coward.
Yeah, but it's.
Did you have those moments?
Yeah, and probably that's why you're saying that it's more difficult for men to wait, because for like, I don't know, but if you really love somebody, I don't know about you, but most of us men, when you're attracted to somebody, the signs and symptoms are expressed in some parts of the body. So you will find that your body is telling you, man, what are you waiting for? Like this person already loves you. This person is soft, kind, easy. Like it's a matter of just you saying, let's do this at this time, and
no one will know. How will they know?
They will.
Oh.
You will get pregnant.
No, but babe, you see, not all the time. Like for many people, it's easy to hide it from like the people that we are physically accountable to. But what we forget is that God knows.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. He's seeing. God knows.
Yeah.
You cannot hide it from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something else that I discovered was that you need to define what waiting is to you. Don't define it based on other people's terms, but what does it mean to you? When you understand, like when you truly know that why, when that why is personalized to you, it will be easier for you to wait.
Let me ask you this question. What's the limit? Because you're saying what it means for you. Because for me, I might imagine waiting is the intercourse. Like I must wait because that's like that is it. That is sex. But what's that? You've heard of that question. How far is too far? How near is too near? How deep? Yeah.
I think also this is dependent on people, but in my opinion, like even just what was that song? First comes the look, then comes the like.
Yeah.
Once you touch,
like
the first kiss might be a little hesitant, but the second one is easier. So
then the third, I'm a pro at this.
Yeah. So know your limits because you are tempting fire. You are playing with fire. Know your limits. I would advise that you don't just steer clear. If you're sure this is the person that I want to get married to, try as much as possible to quicken things and get married. And
so, what is actually the action of sex? Like, where does it start? When you say, because someone will imagine that, what's wrong with hugs? Like, for me, I don't mind a hug, or me, like, the kapek is okay. Like, for us, that's what we've been doing. Like, what's that?
But you see, with those little things, like, are you going to just hug like this with your hands? Like,
yeah, there are those church hugs where you, like, hug, like, the side.
But with every little step, you are opening a new door, like, you are opening a new...
Which leads me to the question again. What is the definition? Like, how would you define sex?
I think sex is not just intercourse, it's the entire thing. Like, you're not going to just meet someone and then it starts with a hug.
So it's an experience, right?
It's an entire experience. Your entire body is involved. Your mind is involved. Yeah.
So what you're saying is, if I just hug you and that's all we do, and it's just like, I really like this person, it's okay. Like,
babe.
and my mind is like, I just love this person.
Okay, babe.
And then like when it's like that case, and you're like, this is amazing. Then it becomes the experience.
You will want more. Let's take it back to when we were dating.
So we shouldn't
let's take it back when we were dating. Those hugs. Tell me.
They were nice.
And wouldn't you go back to your room and keep thinking about them?
No, because I hugged you and I left. But so that's what we need to understand. Like, what we need to make clear. Like, what are those things? Because so many people say. Even me, sometimes I ask, okay, so if you're saying kissing is
off limits.
Yeah, it's off limits. What can I do? Because I love this person, and I can't just be like, it was nice meeting.
It was nice meeting.
It was nice seeing you. See you.
I hear you.
Or high five. Yeah. What?
I hear you.
Because how can I show affection to this person that I love without it being sexual? Because if I hug another lady out of this house, it doesn't necessarily mean that I am. Yeah. So
how can you show affection while waiting?
Yeah.
Spending time together.
Yeah.
Spending time together. But remember, we avoid compromising situations, we avoid compromising positions. We make sure that we have an accountability partner who knows where we are and with who. Make sure that you have boundaries and you state them, like your partner knows your boundaries. And those boundaries need to be made when you are not in a compromising situation. Like, don't be there all lovey-dovey and then you're setting boundaries. you will not keep them. I also want to say that the longer a relationship is, the harder it will be to wait. So make sure that that period that you are dating for is very intentional. Like you're talking plans, you're getting to know each other beyond the physical, getting to know each other, your values, what you stand for, family background, all those things. And then if you truly feel like this is your person, you truly know that this is the one, then go ahead and get married. Like, don't date for 100 years.
Yeah, and I think that in itself, I would like to pick up on that. It is actually the most important thing for especially the men, because as a guy, even like just the way Christ is the head of the church, and the church is the bride. Us as the men or as the husbands, we are also the heads. So meaning we need to kind of, in a way, lead the relationship. And the best way for you to tell the way your marriage will go is who is leading things, okay, in the relationship.
You are setting a foundation on which you're going to build your marriage.
Yeah, so as the man, as much as she might be enjoying like the whole experience, the whole the flowers, the iPhones, these days the chocolates and money. These days is mobile money. You, the guy, you have like your plans, and say by September, maybe if I see that this and this and this is looking really good for me, I'm gonna tell her that I really I'm so. But I mean, as much as the relationship shouldn't take so long, it needs time. Because I feel like generations have changed, so sometimes people make decisions too quickly, and then things just go south. So it needs time, but not too long. Me personally, this is my opinion. I usually think 1 year is good, but it needs that you need to have like that plan. So say many times you find that someone is saying we might have this thing of, let me get this lady, I vibe her, I get her to love me so much, and then we have sex, and yet you could easily drive the relationship towards a marriage.
And I feel like people feel like 1 year is too short because there's a lot of physical that is involved in there. But if you actually dedicate that 1 year to getting to know this person, like getting to really, really intentionally know them, that 1 year is sufficient. Like it's enough for you to know this is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with or not. I feel like when the sexual and physical intimacy gets in, then it blurs the lines, and you feel like 1 year, what are we doing? Like 1 year is not enough.
You don't even know this person's mother's first name.
You haven't even met their family. Anyway. So that's our story on waiting. We waited for 3 years. It definitely was not easy, but we did it. We share the tips that can help you if you are planning on doing this.
Some of them.
Some of the tips.
There's so much.
Share this video with your kids if you're a mom watching this and have teenage children. It will honestly be worth it. Right now, it's difficult for people to wait because the world that we're living in has normalized these things. Like, it's even uncool for you to say that you are waiting, but know your why, know why you are trying to keep pure.
It reminds me, even at school, my friends used to ask me, have you already, Like, what? Someone explained having sex with different people like this. Say I have a yellow paper and a blue paper, and then I put an adhesive on them and stick them together and separate them. The yellow paper is going to have some of the blue, and the blue will have some of the yellow. Then I get the yellow paper and maybe attach it to a red paper and stick them together. Pull them apart. The yellow paper will have the blue, the red. The red will also have part of the
blue
Yeah.
and the yellow, like that. So with every person that you sleep with, you are carrying a piece of them somewhere else. Like those are soul ties. Those are soul ties that you are carrying everywhere. So when you eventually say the yellow pepper was actually meant to be stuck to the black pepper, when you eventually stick them together, it's not going to stick well. Like it's going to be bumpy. It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
So do try as much as possible to wait. And if you watch this video after you have already done the deed, it's not too late. It's not too late. Like there's grace. It's not too late. You can take the time now and say, I'm starting to wait now. I want to be pure from here on now, going forward. Yeah, that's it from us, guys. Let us know if you waited. How was it? Are you waiting? How is it going? Let us know in the comments. And see you next week.
Subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Bye.